Playing Stick 'em Up in the Courthouse. That was a cowboys and Indian type game of our era. And going across, as I say, by Mr. Hokai next door and having something to drink after.
Veteran media practitioner Neil Giuseppi reflects on happier times with childhood friend Raymond Choo Kong. The theatre icon was mentioned on page 2 of Mr. Giuseppi's autobiography titled No Regrets, where he detailed his formative years in Arima. As life would have it, the men lost touch entering adulthood as they both went on to pursue their respective careers, Neil in media and Raymond in theatre. A chance meeting years later would rekindle their bond.
One day I was walking by the Arima market and I saw him. I hadn't seen him for years. And well, we reunited and we chatted, and he told me, he said, you know, I don't see you in the theatre at all. And I said, look, Raymond, the reason is I went to a couple of plays and I found that the standard was so poor in Trinidad and Tobago that I refused to waste my time to go back to any. He said, no man, standards have changed. He said, since I've been there, we've been doing a lot of work and things have changed. He said, look, I'm doing something next month. I want you to come and see it and tell me. So I said, no problem.
It took that one encounter to change his perception forever.
I was blown away by the quality of the production. And not only that, his acting. I mean, Raymond became, in my opinion, the greatest actor that Trinidad and Tobago has ever produced. He was brilliant as an actor. But that was the first production. And since that, he would call me every time he was doing a play and I would attend. So I attended most of his production. And I mean, they were tremendously humorous. The acting was brilliant. The script writing was brilliant. I mean, it was really fantastic.
And even more admirable than Raymond's impeccable talent, Mr. Giuseppi said, was the willingness to teach those who came after him.
You know, a lot of people who are good in their particular art are very selfish and they operate on their own. So they develop themselves and they couldn't care less about what happens after it. Raymond was not like that.
As for talks about a posthumous award for the late thespian, Mr. Giuseppi said that isn't too relevant now.
The thing is, though, is that Raymond's contribution to Trinidad and Tobago is such that as far as I'm concerned, he has already been honored.
Janine, Browne, TTT News.